about 10 in the morning. Wanted to have just a real quick update on a theory that I've kind of come up with a little bit and maybe describes what we're looking for. A cracked egg theory here in this market. Nasdaq's down about, 23, 24 points. You come off a rip-roaring, scary rally if you're a short seller, quite frankly. It scares the pants out of you. A lot of them have been brought out in body bags, but with our strategy, we don't need to do that. As you know, we've been very open up front about what we're attempting to do here. So in any event, so we've had this parabolic rally, one-way rally on Trump, and what we're likely to see is when we know we're looking for an end in the market, I would call this the cracked egg theory on market timing. What I mean by that is off of a overextended, overvalued, momentum-driven, mania-driven market which we have right now, the Trump mania I'm calling it right now. Those markets always end badly, always. And as we've been calling for this for a couple months on this YouTube channel, if you're watching it, we're going to stay by that call, and we're getting more aggressive about that as we speak. But what we're really looking for is an indicator as to whether our time is upon us is going to be this cracked egg theory for market timing. And what I mean by that is you take a carton of eggs out of a refrigerator and you find one in there that's cracked. What do you do with it? It stays there by itself, right? That egg is one way or another. You can't put the shell back, we know that. Second of all, one way or another, that yolk's coming out of that egg. The egg is coming out of its shell, rather. And that's the same thing for a short seller, to look for that kind of indicator, which is not a science, it's definitely more of an art, on an overvalued market that we want to get short and take advantage of, very similar to what happened in The Big Short, which we reference a lot on this YouTube channel. So what we're looking for right now, after successive highs and Nasdaq in the 5,900 level, is we know that it is upon us once the egg is fully cracked. Now, what does that mean? Well, when I say fully cracked, I mean we need a decline in the Nasdaq that we haven't seen in a long time. Something that surprises people, maybe timing-wise as well, and that would be maybe, I don't know, Nasdaq down 70 points or more, based on current expectations, or 100 points, 120, something that surprises people. It's like an elevator that shifts down accidentally a little, and it makes investors feel like that. That's what I would call a cracked egg indicator. And a cracked egg indicator is like that Titanic. People at some point, the people on the Titanic, their legs shook. They felt the vibration of the boat. They heard the siren. They heard something, and they knew something bad was going to happen. That's the cracked egg, and that will happen in this market. I don't know if it's going to be today. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow, but looking forward to tomorrow, we have a real good trigger for that trade, potential trigger for that trade, in the the unemployment report on Friday. To us, this is more important than even what the Fed does, because this is going to cement the Fed's decision, which most market participants, from what I can tell, think is pretty certain anyway. I have zero faith in Janet Yellen. She will not do her job. I am never going to bet on Janet Yellen to do what she needs to do to protect this country, to protect our financial system as best as possible, by letting it go, which is what she needs to do. She's not able to. Janet Yellen and her attitude towards the market has a lot to do with my opinion, quite frankly. She is a crazy woman, and she's narcissistic and driven by power, so I'll leave it at that. In any event, the unemployment report tomorrow, I'm expecting a really big jobs report. That jobs report could be, I'm expecting a very strong jobs report, and what that will do is that will push the 10-year yield on the U.S. Treasury bond up from where it's at right now, which is pushing about 2.5%, the upper end of the range over the last 6 months since the election. But a strong jobs report, which I'm expecting tomorrow, stronger than the expectations, is going to blow a hole in the concept that interest rate hikes are off the table. I do not trust Janet Yellen. I don't believe in her. Her insanity and narcissism about her involvement in the market has a lot to do, hers and Bernanke's before her, with my confidence in this trade. The more fraudulent the buildup in the market because of financial engineering from Ben Bernanke, the Fed, and generally Janet Yellen last several years. We're now at the end in a Trump-driven mania, which could go, the market could go, NASDAQ could go up another 50, 100 points today, easily, if it wanted to turn around, no problem. But when we see the cracked egg, that's what we're looking for. And then when we see that cracked egg, we're going to take profits from our first trade and we're going to spread them out. We're going to spread them out. We're going to get ourselves some extra time. We're going to get ourselves some extra, plan is to get ourselves some extra leverage, and then bet on a bigger decline, because the one thing that we're certain of, and we've been talking about for a long time, my partners and I have been discussing this, in our opinion, again, as professional speculators, we are not financial advisors. This is not financial advice. This is for professional risk takers only, with capital to lose. We've discussed that extensively. We're not going to keep getting into that. But what we're going to do at that point is we're going to look to wrap ourselves around a little bit more time and go a little deeper in the money, because the one thing we're going to bet on before we're done is that the decline in the market, when it comes, when the cracked egg indicator, I'll call it, presents itself, is going to give us added confidence to get more aggressive. That's how, if we're successful, we turn pennies into dimes and dimes into dollars. It's not checkers. We're not playing checkers. We are playing chess. So we know the strategy and we give up pieces if we have to advance our cause, which is to capture the king on the other side. So this is Uncle Steve. Beautiful day out in Chicago, March 2nd, about 10:30 a.m. NASDAQ down about 24 points as of me recording this. Everybody have a great day. Talk to you soon.